Am I starting? Alright. Enough. Hi there, I'm Emily.
I'm Jace.
And we decided to start a YouTube channel. We wanted to start a YouTube channel to kind of take you through our everyday life.
We just got married like 3 weeks ago, and so we wanted to kind of have something for our families to see what we're doing while we're out and about and have something to look back on throughout the years.
So, like I said, we'll be vlogging a little bit, doing sit-down videos. Maybe we'll have friends come over and we'll have them in our videos.
Emily's talked about doing travel, because we travel a lot, but not really.
No, never travel.
No, we try to get outside and do fun things, so that's something we like to do. I'm also a big Phoenix Suns fan, so maybe I'll put a rant on there every once in a while, but really it's just a channel. We just want to kind of document our lives, have something to look back on.
So I guess we can kind of get into the questions. We wanted to do a little like Q&A because we didn't know what else to do for our first video.
Yeah, we picked just 10 questions off the internet, just something kind of introduce ourselves, and then we can get going.
Yeah, so I'm on my phone, if that's why I'm looking down. He also has it, so we're going to alternate who reads what. So I'll start. How did we meet?
Me and Emily, we met in high school.
Well, we didn't meet in high school. You're already messing it up.
No, we met in high school, kind of. We're enough to be Facebook friends, and so.
But we weren't really friends or anything. We were just Facebook friends.
Yeah, like I said, we just knew each other enough to be Facebook friends. I graduated. She was a year behind me. I spent some time in Indiana, and then I came back, and that's where me and Emily reconnected over Facebook. She'd actually like posted a video with her sister where she's doing
and my cousins.
And her cousins, I'm sorry.
We don't have to share this.
No, she's doing the nay-nay, and so I just commented, haha.
Haha smiley face.
Yep,
and I had previously, I don't know how I even found you on Instagram, but I had previously been like creeping him on Instagram because I thought he was cute. And so he commented, haha smiley face. And generally that's not something you would respond to. But I sat there for like a couple minutes. I was like, I have to respond. This is my only chance. And so I don't remember what. Oh, I said like, oh, you watched the whole like minute and blah 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 seconds of that video. And then we just started like talking in the comments. And then he messaged me.
I asked her out.
And then a week later we went on a date because he went out of town.
Yeah. So
we were texting for a whole week, and then we went on a date. It was like a week and 1 day later or something. Then,
I don't remember all the days.
Well, I'm crazy, so I do. And then we started officially dating on our third date, which is kind of quick, but works for us.
All right, so the second question we have is, where are you from and where do you live now? Okay, so I'll start that off. We're both from Arizona. I'm originally from Gilbert.
And I have lived a couple places. So I lived in Gilbert, Chandler, and Tempe. So I've been like all over the place.
Yeah, and so basically it's really just like the Phoenix area. Where do we live now? We actually moved to Utah. I moved about 1.5 years ago, and then we did the long distance thing.
It actually wasn't that bad.
No,
we'll do another video about that if anyone wants.
Yeah, so we did that, and we got married 3 weeks ago, and now she's up here with me.
Yeah, we moved all of my stuff up. We're still getting settled right now. Like behind the camera is like all of our boxes that have been like unpacked and sitting there for a month. The third question is, what is your favorite drink? I want you to tell me what my favorite drink is.
Coke Zero. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Diet Coke.
It's right here. This is mine. And then he actually is the classiest. His is Coke Zero, and he's drinking it right out of this. So those are our favorite drinks.
Funny story, they actually switched it to zero sugar. I was a little bit upset when they did that, but I actually like the taste of it. It tastes better than the Coke Zero, so I'm okay now. Anyway, that's an ad, so.
No, it's not.
So the next one is, how long have you been together? We've kind of answered this a little bit. When we first met, that was back in October of 2015. It's January 2018, so about a little over 2 years now.
Like we said, we did the long distance thing for a long time of that. but here we are married and it worked out. So
yeah.
What are your middle names and are there any meaning behind them? So do you want to go first?
Okay, I guess my middle name is Taylor. I don't think there's any meaning behind it.
Or like, do you know how your parents chose that?
Nope.
No idea.
Nope, they just
Awesome.
chose it. They could have had a meaning. I just don't know what it is. So.
A meeting?
Meaning.
Oh. My middle name is Haren. I don't think there's any meaning behind that either. I think my dad picked it out. I'm pretty sure. Mom, if you're watching this and you picked it out, I'm sorry, but I really do think it was Dad. So, Emily, Haren, and Jace Taylor.
And so our next one is, what are some of our favorite YouTubers? Well,
I know what you're going to say.
So I have a few. I guess like YouTubers specifically, I like Casey Neistat. He's one of my heroes.
Heroes?
Yeah, I love him. He's a great guy. And so if you haven't watched him, you should.
Yeah, he's really good.
I also like, so it's kind of embarrassing. I like listening to these like scary stories on like YouTube when I'm sitting at work.
We should have talked about what we were going to say first.
No. So I'm sitting at work sometimes, and then I'll just like listen to it when I'm just kind of like trying to get going through. And it's like these like scary stories. It's Mr. Nightmare, if you're ever curious about it.
Just don't.
Go ahead.
Some of mine, I don't know. I watch more, well, I like Casey too. I think he's really good and really, really talented. But I also watch a lot of like family vlogs. So I like Ellie and Jared a lot. I think they're really cute and they're expecting a little one, so that's exciting. I just like am starting to introduce family vlogs to him and he likes them. So that's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute. So I like them and then a lot of other ones. I watch a lot of like a lot of like beauty ones. But yeah, Ellie and Jared are definitely my favorite. They also live here in Utah, so that's cool. So number 7 is how tall are you? So we'll have him go first because if we ever do vlogs, people will probably wonder how tall he is because he's giant.
Yeah, I'm only 5'8".
No,
so.
you're not.
No, I'm actually 6'3", 6'4" in shoes.
In shoes. He has size 13 feet, so he's a tall guy.
Yeah.
And then I am 5'6". My sister always says that I'm 5'6.5", so maybe I'm 5'6.5", but I think I'm 5'6".
The next question is 8. It says, what's one habit that drives you crazy about each other now that you're married?
All right, you go first.
Oh, here's something that drives me crazy. So whenever like she like makes a nice meal, I'm like kind of growing up, my mom was like a really good cook, but one of the things we always did is, because my mom cooked, we would do the dishes. So that's something that I try to do, and Emily's like, no, it has to be done a certain way.
Oh, I'm very much a perfectionist.
And I'm like, it's washing dishes, but she's like, no, it has to be done a certain way.
Well, I didn't think you were going to say that.
Well,
I just like things done in a certain way. Anyway. So there's a whole list of things that annoy me about him, or drive me crazy, or whatever I said it was. But one of them I learned after we got married was when he like brushes his teeth or washes his hands. He's so messy. It's like he flings water all over the room. Yes, you do. He'll brush his teeth and like he's so aggressive, and then he'll like if this is a sink, his mouth will be like way up here and he'll just spit huge. Yes, you do. Huge into the sink. And then it gets I already cleaned it. And then it gets all over everything.
No.
And then he like scoops water up.
No.
Yes, you do. I watch you.
Yeah, I don't
because
spit
it drives
everywhere.
You don't try to, but you do. So anyway, he like slurps water up like in his hands and like swishes it around in his mouth and then does a same like I'm sure that was really pretty. But it gets all over the place and then he doesn't clean it up.
Okay, number 9. So what shows are you currently watching, or what are your favorite TV shows? Go ahead.
Backstory, we moved in recently, as we said, and he hasn't gotten the cable hooked up yet, so we've only been able to watch Netflix. And something we've always liked to watch on Netflix is Criminal Minds. We are like addicted to it, especially me. Like he'll fall asleep watching it and I will like sit there like my eyes glued and like freaking out because there's like a murderer and he's just like asleep, passed out, but I'm addicted to that show.
Yeah, it's a good one. The other one, whenever Emily gets like too like stressed
Involved
out,
in Criminal Minds.
we go watch like Arrested Development just because I haven't actually seen that one. I watch like Office and Parks and Rec, and that's just those are ones that are like classics, but like that's one we're watching currently. I like watching the Suns. They're so bad, but they're a great basketball team that hasn't realized their greatness because they're not very good this year, but it's okay.
So they're bad. So the camera cut off, so if it looks like we're in a different place, it's because we are, because we had to switch the memory card. But I think we had just answered number 9, and we're going to number 10. And number 10 is, are you afraid of anything?
No. But, no, I'm just kidding. So, here's a weird one. There was one time, well, it was this summer. We were climbing Mount Timpanogos.
Which is a mountain in Utah.
Yeah, so we're climbing it.
It's a big one.
Yep, it's a tall one. And it's not like a super hard climb, but I don't know what it is. It wasn't like drinking water or something, but I started feeling like lightheaded.
You didn't tell me that you were feeling like that. And
so just for like part of it, and the path got like super steep for just like a quick, like one quick second. And I was just like, wow, this would really suck if I fell off a mountain. And so
I didn't know that almost happened.
It didn't almost happen.
I was in Arizona, and I didn't want him to do this hike because I have heard awful things about it. And he doesn't, I mean, you hike sometimes, but he's not like an avid hiker, and that's like a really hard hike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not that bad, but anyways, it's a long hike, but I was just like, wow, it would really suck to fall off a mountain. But it was like for like a second. So fear is like falling off a mountain.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have that fear, probably. A lot of people probably don't have my fear. I am afraid of crickets. I can't even deal with it. They don't hurt you, but they hop, and they hop high.
So there's been many times like throughout. I feel like where we're both from, there's like a lot of crickets.
Oh, there's a ton. Oh,
and like
they just hang out on the sidewalk.
I can't tell you how many times like one's like hopped across her leg or something.
Or like one got underneath, like in between my sandal and my foot while I was taking a step. And I felt it like jumping under there.
And she jumps and like climbs all over me just to
I don't climb all over you. I just probably push you in the way so it'll attack you first. So
anyway, no.
I'm afraid of cricket. Now you got to know us. So yeah, thank you for watching our first video. Sorry if we were super awkward. We've never done this before. Hopefully we'll do it again. Yep. But make sure to like and subscribe if you have any interest in our lives. And did I say leave a comment?
Yeah, comment if you like this hat or not.
No. Well, yes, and say you do because I got it for him for Christmas 2 years ago.
What about this thing?
It's leather.
It is leather. So
anyway,
leave a comment if you like this hat.
Or just any comment. Ask a question if you want us to do another Q&A, or leave video ideas if there's anything you'd like us to do. Sports stuff, makeup stuff.
Mm-hmm. We'll leave our social media handles in the information.
Yeah.
So you can look at it and follow us if you'd like. Peace out.
Okay, awesome. I thought it was Cub Scout.